Former President Donald Trump expecting to fly to New York today ahead of the unprecedented arraignment tomorrow.
This after the Trump campaign reportedly has raised more than $5 million in the 48 hours after the news of the indictment broke. His campaign is reportedly planning to use what they are referring to as mugshot merch to raise millions for his presidential run. Of course, the Democrats will use the mugshot, too.
RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel joins us now. Hey, Ronna.
Hey, guys. Great to be with you.
Good morning. So it's being reported that his campaign has raised $5 million in the 48 hours after the indictment. Why do you think that is?
I think Republicans are outraged, rightfully so. We have watched Bragg run for office saying he was going to go after Donald Trump. He's keeping this campaign promise. And we're learning in America the greatest crime you can have is to be a Republican. Whether you're a parent at a PTA meeting, labeled a domestic terrorist, or the former president of the United States, Democrats are going to come after you any way they can. And I think people are rightfully upset.
Asa Hutchinson weighed in yesterday and said, I want to be president, and I think the president should drop out because he's been indicted. What's your reaction?
You know, we have a presumption of innocence in this country, despite what Nancy Pelosi tweeted. And the president obviously can run for office, and that's going to be up for the voters to decide. But I think all of us across the whole Republican spectrum, from Jeb Bush to Bill Barr to many of the president's competitors in the 2024 nomination contest, look at this and say this is a sad day for America. We are watching the legal system be politicized and weaponized against Republicans. And we cannot allow this to happen. And the best way to stop it, obviously, is to take back the Senate and win races across the country in 2024, including the presidency. But this is egregious, and anybody looking at Bragg's record, who has downgraded 52% of crimes in New York, crime is up 22%. Instead of going after violent criminals, he's going after the former president, changing it from a misdemeanor to a felony, changing the statute of limitations. There's no question that this is a politically motivated indictment.
Well, we still don't know what the charges are. We won't know until tomorrow. But, Ronna, Joe Tacopina, the president's lawyer, said that he, regarding this judge who's going to preside over it, he does not think this judge is biased. So my question to you is, do you think that Donald Trump can get a fair trial?
You know, I don't know. I don't know the judge, and I'm not a legal expert. What I think right now, though, is this prosecution is not fair. And it's not good for our country, guys. We know this, right? We have such a divided country. And to see somebody run for office saying, I am running for office just to get Donald Trump. This is a DA of New York. And instead of taking on rapists and criminals and people that are violently assaulting people every day in the streets of New York, he's going after Donald Trump. He's changing the law to fit his political agenda, and he's keeping his campaign promise instead of reducing violence in the streets of New York. Everyone should be outraged by this, Republican and Democrat. This is not good for our country.
Ronna, thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.